What's up, YouTube? You know what it is. It's your boy Easy Tech Joe here with Tools Media, back with another video, man. Today, we're gonna talk about power tools, right? We're gonna talk about electric, cordless. We're gonna talk about pneumatic, which is the best for you. And is air tools still relevant in 2024? I hear a lot of people say, oh, who still use air tools in 2024? This is 2024. Who still uses air tools, right? And when I come across guys like that in the comment section, it tells me a lot about the kind of tech they are, where they work, if they work professionally every day. Because every professional will tell you, at least the ones I know about, will tell you that there are still a place for air tools. Air tools are still relevant. Air tools will never completely be replaced, right? There are tools for each job, for each kind of situation here, right? It's like any tool. It's like an artist, right? You have a thin paintbrush, you got a thick paintbrush, you got oil resistant paint, you got primer. It's different tools for different things in different situations. Therefore, the same are tools, the same are power tools, any kind of tools. Tools are still relevant depending on the situation, right? So let's go over the pros and cons of each, right? So I have my Snap-on 3/8 here. Have my Snap-on 3/8 here that I recently just did a video about. You can check that out as well. And I have my DEWALT mid-torque, my DEWALT Stubby Atomic 3/8 DCF 329, and I have my MATCO, the new MATCO that just dropped, the Stubby half-inch drive Raptor. They call it the Raptor, rated for 1,200 foot-pounds, right? 1,200 foot-pounds, 800 foot-pounds mid-torque, 225 breakaway foot-pounds, and 450 foot-pounds, all right? Each of them have different torque specs. Each of them are used for different situations. I also have a high torque, which is 114 foot-pounds. That's in my other toolbox over there. No need to pull that baby out. But I digress, right? So let's go over the pros and cons of these power tools, all right? Let's start with this one. Let's start with cordless power tools, right? For cordless power tools, you have the convenience, right? A lot of people like battery powered tools because of the convenience. You don't have to worry about air tools, about the air hose rather, dragging you along, getting in your way, right? You have the battery here. For this tool, for this Snap-on, the battery doesn't get in the way of a lot, all right? And that's the convenience, because if you're under a truck, under a car, in the engine bay, or whatsoever, you don't have to worry about the hose getting in your way. The same as for this. Now, this one has a bigger battery, and I'm going to get into that because this is convenient, right? But this big battery, whether you have DEWALT, Milwaukee, Snap-on, any power tools with their 20-volt, 18-volt line, are going to have these big batteries here. And it's convenient as far as not having the hose to drag you along, but it can also get in your way in confined spaces. All right, so they are pros and cons to everything. And this is my DEWALT here, 20 volt with the POWERSTACK battery. Now the POWERSTACK battery is a compacted version of their regular style kind of batteries, right? They have the POWERSTACK battery that fits the Atomic Stubby, and they have the big 5 amp POWERSTACK battery that I don't have yet. Probably don't have because I don't have a use for that big ass POWERSTACK 5 amp battery. I really don't. But this is more a compact size for the Stubby, and this is better than this big bulky because, like I said, the convenience. So you have the convenience of not having the air hose around. But what if you come into a situation where you need consistent power, right? These are great for breaking off bolts, getting those stubborn bolts off. But what if you have, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 stubborn bolts that you need to get off at once, right? You're going to drain this power. You're going to drain this battery power here, okay? And you only have so many batteries, right? But if you work in a shop setting, you have unlimited air, okay? Unlimited air for your air power tools. Power tools, pneumatic power tools are more consistent. They have consistent power, and you don't have to worry about a dead battery. Pros and cons to each tool based on the situation. That's exactly what I mean. An example, I ran into a problem. I had to drill a hole through a frame rail. I work on semi trucks here, All right, big semi trucks. Matter of fact, let me give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. Just kind of anchor you here. You see that big frame? Yeah, I had to drill a hole into that one time, right? And I had to I had to undo the bolts. Get you back situated. I had to undo the bolts in that frame. The issue is, eventually my battery gave out, right? Because I needed consistent power rather than just a quick of the battery, right? So I had to borrow a coworker's air tools to get that consistent power, bolt after bolt, nut after nut. It was like 5 different bolts within the frame that were stubborn. Although this could get it off, my high torque actually. I needed consistent power, guys. And that's where air tools come from, right? Air tools come in handy, rather, because you can depend on the air to be there. You're not going to run out of air, okay? You're not going to run out of air for your air tools. And this is what I mean when I say that when guys come in my comments and be like, oh, who still uses air tools? It lets me know what kind of shop setting you work at, if you work in a shop, or if you're a DIY type of guy. Because if you're a DIY, or you work at home in your garage, you may or may not have an air compressor. And so you wouldn't understand why certain techs or why certain mechanics actually have air tools and why they value air tools. But for those of you that work in a shop setting like myself, you understand the convenience of an air tool in the right given situation, right? So this is what I mean when I say, hey, different tools for different situations. As the older generation used to say, different strokes for different folks, right? Different strokes for different folks, different tools for different situations. That's all this is here. This is good for minimum intermediate jobs, internal jobs within the cab. I'm talking as far as symmetric goes, but interior jobs, right? Small engine bay jobs. Sorry about that. And this is good for more of your stubborn jobs. This is, like I said, 250 breakaway torque, 450 breakaway torque, 800 breakaway torque, right? Now this is 1200 breakaway torque, and this has just as much power as most of your normal size air impacts and a lot of your electric air impacts, right? Let's just say you have a electric impact rate for 1200 versus this air impact rate for 1200, right? This would be more dependable than your cordless impact is rated for 1200 on a consistent basis, because as the battery loses power, so does that tool loses power. But this can't lose power unless you have some kind of internal mechanism malfunction, if you're not taking care of your power tool, right? So this is all, guys. Let me know in the comments your favorite tools, if you use air tools, if you use power tools mostly. I know me, myself, I use power tools, cordless power tools mostly, but I've really fallen in love with air tools, and I have gained the value of air tools within the right situations, right? This baby right here is a beast. Like, this has become really my favorite impact to use. You really can't argue with it. I can understand why MATCO called it the Raptor. They've compared their new air impacts to dinosaurs, which is funny to me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, guys. Would you prefer power tools, cordless power tools, or would you prefer the pneumatic air impact wrench? What kind of shop setting you work at, right? Does that impact the kind of tools that you use, right? Because, like I said, different tools for different folks, all right? But you know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I just wanted to show this with you guys, share this with you guys, get your intake on it, and give you my opinion on the matter. You know what I'm saying? So like, comment, subscribe, all this other stuff that YouTubers like to say at the end of the videos, right? Let me know what you think. You know what it is, y'all. Be easy.